This is actually pretty bad for Prayavanita. Good Morning is getting ready to move out in the total opposite direction that Prayavanita is going. And Prayavanita's army is completely out of position. Good Morning is going to be coming here with a lot of forces, as well as some hallucinated forces to kind of scare his opponent. And Good Morning is going to be coming in, knocking at the door and seeing that, oh, there's only a small attack force. I'm thinking he overcompensated, but the problem is Prayavanita's army is just really out of place right now, and this expansion can easily go down. This isn't looking good. This gold expansion, granted, is getting mined out pretty well, so there isn't too much left for it, but there still are a lot of minerals, but this expansion is going to be going down. Not too big of a deal though, noting that Prayavanita does have quite a few expansions, and the army is actually in the back to intercept it, but Good Morning actually has a good position, able to force field in the army, so the Hydra Den is going to be going down to no more Hydras, unless actually Prayavanita does opt to get another one. But for the time being, it looks like Pray's army is going to be coming in here to clean this up pretty nicely. One void right here, just, oh, there you go, it is going to be picked off. But the gold expansion was lost, and I think Prey is going to be opting to do some sort of counterattack, as well as spreading the creep wall. I think with this amount of queens, he could have done just a bit of a better job spreading the creep, as well as maybe transfuse more. I didn't see too many transfusions like this, not this queen, one of the queens, right there. That queen could use a transfusion right now, and there we go. Now he's actually doing the transfusions, so speak of the devil. And Prayavanita, don't know if he's actually moving out. It looks like he's just kind of hesitating right now. This could do a lot of damage, but now DTs are on the field, and I don't think Prayavanita has any detection for this. From the looks of it, there are no overseers. So nice move by Good Morning, actually going for those Dark Templar mid-game. Very effective to do. Now the queens are slowly moving forward, but I don't think the queens should be the ones running in first to attack. They're going to be going out so fast, and some nice transfusions going off. But both those queens had to transfuse, but no transfusions are actually going off, and a lot of queens are just going to be dying, especially to these colossi, which are nicely positioned on the high ground. And these roaches actually don't have any vision, because there is no overseer, no overlord to spot these colossi. My goodness, they're doing so much damage to this army. Prayavanita pretty much just lost his whole army to those Dark Templar and those colossi nicely positioned on the high ground. Looks like Prey is actually going to be going for this third expansion, taking out a lot of cannons, but Good Morning wisely warping in some zealots to deal with this. I actually don't think all these zealots will be able to deal with it. Really, Good Morning is actually picking off a lot of queens as well, so this is looking very bad for Prey. He pretty much just lost his whole army. But note that Prey is on, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 base now, against a 4 base Protoss, and whoa, you don't see this too often, the Nexus and the Hatchery building side by side next to each other. So very strange, and actually this is a very hard expansion to defend. I actually don't know why you opted to get this. Just because a Protoss army can so easily come up here, attack it, force field off any forces and any reinforcements coming in, especially if you have that good number of sentries. But for the time being, Good Morning is actually getting a lot of Colossi, and this could be bad. I actually don't think Spire was up, but he's actually opting to get Broodlords, and that is the one thing you actually should be getting against Protoss, because Protoss have such a hard time dealing with Broodlords. And I don't know if he's opting to get any Phoenix, but a big Roach army is now moving in, and Tunneling Clods is going up as well. And there are 3 Overseers, so they're going to be easily taking off those Dark Templar. Nice job by Prey actually picking off one of those Colossi, but the problem right here is that there is a big Colossi army, and they were easily able to take care of those Roaches. And Cannon's warping in here to actually take out that Hatchery. I don't think he actually canceled that Hatchery, so a little blunder there, losing what, 300 minerals? Minerals, yes. There we go. And Protoss Ground Army level 3 is going to be going up for Good Morning, so Good Morning is going to be doing quite a bit of damage. I actually don't know if Prey actually does have an Evo Chamber out. Let's actually, where is one of his roaches? There, yeah, his roaches are not upgraded at all, so Prey doing a good job on the macro, or a good job getting expansions and whatnot, but he's kind of slipping up on not getting those crucial upgrades that you really need against Protoss, and actually producing 18 drones. So you look on the Harvester tab here. Good Morning was ahead, but now Prayavanita has 84 drones. That is such a huge amount of drones, and they actually do take up quite a bit of supply in this army mixture. But Prayavanita is still opting to go for those queens as well as roaches. I don't know if he even has a Hydra Den up. A nice auxiliary hatchery is going to be up so he can produce more units. just because he is actually now harvesting this. And Good Morning actually needs to do something about his gold expansion being mined out, because Prey is just going to have so many resources. Let's look at the army lost, or the units lost tab, and yeah, definitely Prey losing a huge battle here, causing him to be pretty far behind. But because Good Morning isn't doing anything about this expansion, Prey is actually going to be ahead now. He's going to be pretty well off. Actually has 93 drones. That's a bit too many. I really think the optimal number for late game is somewhere around 80, 84 drones. And I think Sai StarCraft even mentioned that. And getting a nice surround on this army, Good Morning is going to be forced to back out. And pure roaches are actually going to be doing quite a bit to this army, trying to snipe those snipe those colossi. But Good Morning is going to be going to a nice choke point here with the Zerg army. Can't get a nice surround, and actually Good Morning should be positioning his colossi on the high ground here that can easily take down this army. But doesn't really matter, because Good Morning is going to be cleaning this up pretty easily, and actually not really transfusing with the queens. So Prey actually just pretty much lost all his queens for nothing. So a little blunder there. He really should be transfusing more. And now it looks like Good Morning is going to be on 4 base, excuse me. Well, technically not really mining on his main, so yeah, 4 base. But yeah, Prey just has a lot of income now. Actually opting to get mutas. I think against that number of colossi, he should really be opting to go for those corruptors. But now he is going to be getting broodlords, which are going to be doing a ton of damage to this army, especially stalkers. I don't know if his stalkers have blink. They do have blink, which are the counter to broodlords. So those stalkers are actually going to be pretty effective if Good Morning is going to be able to jump in, blink in, and snipe those broodlords. And that's actually a pretty scary number of meters. I don't know if he has any upgrades. So yeah, one little blunder that Prayavanita is denying to do is get upgrades. He has no Evo Chamber up whatsoever. So that is one mistake. I don't know if he meant to do that or that was an accident. And whoa, getting 2 more hatcheries just so he can spend those excess minerals. But yeah, that is a big a big number of meters actually. Sorry about that. Something was like stuck in my throat. Ugh. And whoa, actually, yeah, as you can see here, Prayavanita is getting too many harvesters now. 107. That is just insane. Who gets that amount of drones? That is ridiculous. Too many drones. And now, good job by Good Morning. Good job by Good Morning. Wow, that sounded pretty funny. Coming in here, taking down this gold expansion, and it's still pretty rich in minerals, so Good Morning should actually be opting to get that. And whoa, do you see that? These colossi are dancing around. But that is not important right now. Prayavanita is actually going to be grabbing his gold expansion. He really doesn't need to, because these minerals are pretty mined out, so that actually might be a waste of minerals. Not quite sure. And whoa, one colossi almost going down to a renegade corruptor there. But oh man, Prayavanita is still going for those queens. Queens are great for transfusions, but Prayavanita is just not opting to do a lot of those transfusions. And there's only a couple broodlords out. He really should have a lot more broodlords in this composition. Nice job actually transfusing those mutas, so doing a great job with that. But there are four broodlords now, so those broodlords are going to be doing a lot of damage. And look at this colossi going down so fast. Granted, there are a lot of stalkers now, and Prayavanita has to be careful with these broodlords, and he's going to be losing them to these stalkers. And, oh no, warping in stalkers, warping in broodlords as well. And this was a huge blunder by Prayavanita, losing all those broodlords to those blink stalkers. And that was only about what 10-ish stalkers coming in and sniping all those broodlords, and as well as Dark Templar coming in to kill off this expansion. And wow, Prayavanita GG's, and that was, yeah, very well played by Good Morning. Nice attacks. But one mistake I would have to say that Prayavanita didn't really do is he didn't get any Evo Chambers for upgrades. He lost that Hydra and never built Hydras, which would have been pretty good against that army composition, especially against those stalkers. And he just got a bunch of queens, and he didn't really use them too optimally. The creep spread could have been much better, especially with his 18 queens that he had somewhere around the mid game. So a little blunder there. And also getting too many drones. So you never want more than somewhere around 80 to 85 drones, from what I read. That is pretty much the optimal number, because your main will be pretty much mined out about that time, and you're going to be able to just transfer drones and whatnot. So yeah, a couple errors by Prayavanita, but still played very well. It was really interesting to see those mass queens as well. It's a lot of fun here, and Good Morning doing a lot of good play as well. I'm actually even getting Phoenix now, and getting those Dark Templar mid-game, which did quite a bit of damage because Prayavanita was not suspecting that. So really high-level play by Good Morning as well as Prayavanita. And yeah, guys, I just wanted to bring you guys this epic cast, especially seeing those Masked Queens. I thought that was just so silly. But thanks, guys, for tuning in, and that's going to be it. This is Hop StarCraft, and I'm going to be hopping off.